Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your January 2021 tarot reading. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season and a happy new year. As far as personal readings go, I'm actually going to be bringing those back officially in January, but since I'm recording this December, they're not on just yet. But when I do decide to start them up again, I'll make an update on the channel. As far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always, and I also pulled a couple of oracle cards and a Mudra card for you guys. So we'll get started with the main spread. The main situation position, we have the Devil. So this is the major arcana card for Capricorn energy. And of course, by the time we do get into January, we're going to have Saturn and Jupiter move out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, and then we'll just have pretty much Pluto left in Capricorn. But of course, the sun will be there for most of the month too, so it could just be saying that your focus might be on investments, possibly working with other people's money. Could obviously be around intimacy as well. But really what I'm seeing here is this could just be pointing to an obsessive quality that you might have in a certain area of your life. And, you could just have a real singular focus on it. In the Challenger obstacle position, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So these two cards coming out together definitely for me makes me feel like for the majority of you this probably is around your work lives and your career. Page of Pentacles, what always stands out to me about this page in particular is how that pentacle looks like it's just out of his reach, right? It's kind of sort of in his hands, but not really. And then with that Knight of Cups energy, this is Pisces energy, and for you guys, that's your 10th house of career and social status. So could just be pointing to that's maybe where a lot of your energy and focus is going right now. And it could be because you feel like, you have a goal in mind and you feel like you're really close to it. Now, on the more positive side of this, I will say that it does look like it is pretty close. But for some of you, you might have to wait until Pisces season to actually see that, which would make sense. For example, let's say you have the new moon in Pisces, which is going to be a new moon in your house of career and social status. So there's some kind of a goal you're trying to reach. Around that timing, you might actually see the results. In the foundation position, we have the Five of Swords, which is Aquarius energy, and the Ace of Cups. So huge contrast in energies here. But what I'm seeing with this really is I kind of see this as tying into those cards we were just talking about, which is to say it seems like you have such a singular focus on something right now. Like I said, for most of you, I feel like this is probably going to be around finances in some way, whether it's your work or investments. And it could just be saying that because of that, you might even be pushing other opportunities away. So for example, you might have a new love opportunity coming your way, and you just might be so wrapped up in what you're doing, you might just push it aside, and not in the most positive way, quite frankly. This card, there's not really an easy way to put a positive spin on this card. This is an energy where you engage in something where there's really not going to be any true winners, but you still engage in it anyway. So this could just be saying you're pushing other opportunities aside because you're just singularly focused on something. And keep in mind, for me, Capricorn energy, I also see that Saturn energy as related to the North Node too. And you guys have the North Node in your sign, so that could be another factor that could be leading to you guys just really having a singular focus on a goal right now. That's what I see there. All right, in the past energy, we have the Star. So Aquarius energy here. And for those of you who do watch this in January, like I was saying, basically by the time we do get into January, we would have seen Saturn and Jupiter both move into Aquarius. So could just be saying that you're getting and viewing things from a higher perspective now. You might get some clarity around some situations that maybe you struggled with for a bit, and now you might feel like you're getting back on the right track due to that. Trying to see if anything else comes to mind with this. And this could just be saying that you might have gone through a tower moment not too long ago as well, since this is the card that comes after that as we progress through the major arcana. All right, in the present position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, we already have a second ace in the spread. And, obviously this could be saying that whatever that goal you seem to be working towards, especially like I said, for the majority of you, I feel like it is related to finances in some way. Could just be saying that you might at least receive some communication around it. So a perfect example of this is, let's say you were working toward something, some kind of project, all right? That page of pentacles representing that pentacles just out of your reach. And like I said, I saw that Pisces energy beneath that. So it could just be saying that maybe you might have to wait till Pisces season, so late February into March. And this could just be saying you might receive some communication around what's going to happen with that, right? Okay, yes, we have a job opening, but the job doesn't start until March. Just a real generic example of how that could happen. But that's what I'm seeing there. All right. In the near future position, we have the Six of Swords. More Aquarius energy here. So lots of Aquarius energy on the board. And again, makes sense because, like we said, there's plenty of energy that's shifted into Aquarius by the time we get into January. But really, what I'm starting to see here is this pattern of the same type of scenario where, like I said, it looks like you have such a singular focus on things that other opportunities might be presenting themselves to you, but you could just be outright rejecting them and, not even paying them much mind. Because if we look at them as far as if this represents the present, maybe some kind of an offer coming your way, and in the near future you decide to, move away from that. It seems that this is all coming back to that devil energy that I saw, which could just be saying you guys might have a really singular focus right now. You're just straight ahead. Anything else in your peripheral, you're not paying any mind to. On the more positive side, I will say that's a far better way to handle the energy than the Five of Swords. So could just represent some growth there at least as well. In the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Page of Swords. So usually this represents not feeling, fully comfortable and confident with what you're doing. So that could be part of why you are being a bit obsessive. So for example, maybe some of you have already started something new and you might feel like, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with where I'm at with my knowledge with this topic or with this field that I'm in. So I'm really going to keep digging in until I get there, right? So this could be pointing to why you might have so much focus in that one area of life, because you're like, all right, I really need to nail this down. You might have set yourselves a goal. Another super generic way this could be playing out too is maybe you guys set yourselves some New Year's resolution. And we know how that goes. Sometimes people do that, then they go super hard at it in the beginning, and then they burn themselves out and totally get distracted. But could just be saying that that's what it is. You might have decided, all right, 2020 felt like such a weird year. I felt like I was restrained in a lot of ways. I just want to hit the ground running in 2021. And that could be what you're doing. But if that's the case, just be careful about having your blinders on and possibly missing other positive opportunities around you in the process. All right, in the environment position, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is actually Gemini energy here. So of course, given that you guys are Gemini, because this could certainly represent your energy too, which should just be saying that, there could still be that fear, like you're not comfortable. So this could be like you're trying to take a crash course to get somewhere. Like, okay, I really need to get this knowledge down. You might, again, like I said, you might receive word, yeah, you're going to start this job in March. Maybe, it's going to be a ton more responsibility. And you're already like, okay, well, I need to nail this down, make sure that I'm good, I'm solid. By the time I start the job, there won't be any issues. Could be one of those situations. But at the same time, looks like there could be a little bit of fear around doing new things too. So on the other side, the flip side of energy with the devil there, it could just be saying that you're obsessively holding on to something that maybe you've just been, you've gotten comfortable with. And as a result, you're so focused on that, you might be missing new, potentially positive opportunities that could be coming your way. So that's another way this energy could be playing out for you too. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So, pretty big contrast in energies here. Just the overall environment looks a lot more fertile with this card than we see here, right? So, this could be pointing to that same theme that I was picking up on for some of you too, which is to say that, you want this level of comfort, stability, right? But at the same time, you're just holding on to your old ways or your old methods of doing things, and it's just, not really getting you anywhere. Another generic example, since like I said, that is 8th house energy we see with the devil card, could just be saying as far as you might be looking into investing, but at the same time, you could be really tight around doing so. So it's like, well, in order for you to get to this level, you're going to have to be a little bit more loose and, not carefree necessarily, but at the same time, okay, do your research, but then you're going to eventually going to have to move on, right? So that could be what that's pointing to there. And for others of you, if this is around romance, like I said, for most of you, I really am getting a heavy career finance type deal with this. But if it's a relationship thing too, could just be saying you're hoping for this, but at the same time, you're very closed off. So obviously, that could create issues in getting to that point. And in the outcome position, we have the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. The Ace of Wands, so you guys have 3 aces now in the spread. And the 7 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. So interesting that there's some fixed energies here now. Leo energy being fixed, Scorpio energy being fixed. But at the same time, I feel like, on the one hand, given that this is Leo energy, represents your 3rd house, you guys are the natural rulers of the 3rd house. So I feel like this is saying that you're growing in confidence at the very least. So like I said, maybe because you do put in a ton of work on whatever this is that you seem to be focused on, you might get that forward progress and then say, okay, well, now I feel comfortable and confident to really put myself out there, but okay, which way do I go, right? So it's like you get to a point where like, okay, I think I'm good to go, but at the same time, now you're here. To be fair, another thing that could be pointing to this obsessive quality you guys might be experiencing in January as well is going to be the fact that Mars will move into Taurus in early January, and then it's going to meet up with Uranus too, and they're going to be making crazy aspects with with Saturn and Jupiter. So your inner world could be really heavy too. So you might just have a lot going on in your mind and just have that obsessive quality around it, but not necessarily making progress. And speaking of which too, that's a good point as far as when we do get into Pisces season, since I was seeing that Knight of Cups in challenge position. By the time we're in Pisces season, you're actually going to have Mars in your sign. So whatever these ideas you might have now, if you do feel like you're getting a little bit stuck, you might really see the forward movement when we get to that point. I think that's probably going to be around mid-February or so, because I think Mars usually takes around 40 days in the sign. So something to look out for there. Oh, and also at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. So more fixed energy here. Obviously, like I was saying with that devil energy, that's 8th house energy, and Scorpio is the natural ruler of the 8th house. So for some of you, yeah, this could be around investing. Maybe you just decided that you want to reach this goal now, and now you could be scrambling to get there. That's one way it could be playing out for some of you. Don't get me wrong, if it was around investments of all kinds, having Saturn in your 8th house for the last 2 years probably made things a bit rough, so even just having that energy lift from there, you might feel a little bit more freedom to actually move around and do those things you're hoping to do. But for others of you, this could be around another person as well. And if that's the case, quite frankly, then between that and seeing this in the environment position, seems like you're both pretty closed off. So, just might not see much progress this month. But we'll move on to the Oracle cards now. First, we have Message in a Bottle. There's the artwork, and the number is 15. So, just like the Devil card there, actually. So, we'll see if there's a connection. All right, cool. Open right to the page. It says communication, a sign, a Clayton, and in parentheses it says the ancient name for spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. So, definitely a pretty positive message there, and that could also point to what I was saying as far as when you are going to have that Mars energy in your 12th house. You know, your dream world might ramp up a bit. You might start getting some signs come up in there. The relationship message says, you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So, like I said, I wasn't getting a huge relationship vibe from this reading, but we did talk about it briefly. So, hopefully, if that's what you guys were interested in, that message resonates with you. And then the prosperity message says you are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. So hearing that definitely made me think of the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And like I said, just try to be careful about possibly having blinders on and missing good opportunities that might come your way. All right, so next we have Moth Spirit. It says surrender now. There's the artwork, and the number is 39. Someone else got this card too. It's one of the earth signs. Unfortunately, I don't remember which one, but if you're dealing with an earth sign or if you have heavy earth in your chart, you might want to check that reading out too. Okay, it says, Moth Spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with Spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person, may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all the other pursuits that matter to you. Now is the time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your Moth Spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and must so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. So definitely a pretty positive message there. Part of it made me think of the Five of Swords energy we saw there. Obviously, the Devil, when it was talking about the obsessive energy, we were definitely picking up on that early on in the reading as well. So hopefully that resonated with you too. And finally, we have a Mudra. So the Mudra you guys got for this month is the Varuna Mudra. There it is there. The keyword for it is prosperity. And all right, there's the info on it there if you want to pause it or take a screenshot. But under benefits, it says cooling and calming, cures excessive thirst, reduces wrinkles and dryness of the skin, increases overall suppleness of the body, benefits the tendons, ligaments, and muscles, strengthens kidneys and bladder, nourishes and cleanses the blood and lymph, improves memory, tones the sexual organs, and assists healing from trauma related to sexual abuse or shame around sexuality, awakens inner joy and vitality, enhances overall beauty. So interesting there when it talked about the sexual angle. That could be part of what that devil energy is as well. But if that mudra does sound like something that would be beneficial for you guys, I'll throw the name in the description of the video as always. Once again, like I said, hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season and Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys next month. All right.